Hey Riddlers, this set of riddles is for those people out there with really sharp minds. You'll have to think outside the box to solve them. Let's get into it. A mad scientist kidnapped Adam and locked him in a lab. He said he'd let Adam go if he played his game. Adam had to choose a door to walk through. Behind the first door is a vat of burning acid. Behind the second door is a vat of liquid hot metal. Behind the third door is a room filled with poisonous gas. Adam sat down to solve the riddle. He thought for 3 days. Even the mad scientist got tired of it. He told Adam to choose already. Which door is safe? After 3 days thinking, the answer's easy. The second door. The metal should be solid enough to walk over by now. Bob was late to a date with a girl he just met yesterday. Never a good start. Bob sped all the way to the restaurant. He still had a minute to spare, but there was nowhere to park, except the handicap spaces. Bob parked there, even though he wasn't handicapped. Luckily, Bob was smart. He knew how to avoid a fine. How? He just took a ticket from another car, as if he'd already been fined. What a classy guy. Jim's friend dared him to put a thumbtack on their teacher's chair. Jim snuck into class early and did it. He didn't see Anna in the corner. She saw the whole thing. The bell rang. The kids came in. The teacher sat down and fireworks. Anna told on Jim and he got 2 weeks detention. The first week wasn't so bad. Jim never missed a day. But then the teacher figured it all out. Jim was skipping detention. What did the teacher notice? Jim's twin brother went instead of him sometimes. That birthmark keeps changing places. The police were tracking a diamond smuggler. He flew the same route every week. Airport security never found out how he was moving the diamonds. He always had the same items with him every single flight. Finally, the senior detective took the case and came to check the smuggler's luggage. He looked at a list of his belongings and solved it in minutes. Where was this guy hiding the diamonds? In a tube of toothpaste. He always packed toothpaste, but never a toothbrush. 2 police officers were chasing a criminal who had just robbed a bank. They followed him through the city, but he turned a corner and disappeared. One of the officers saw the criminal's mask on the ground. He had obviously ditched it before running into that coffee shop. The cops went in. There was a themed party going on. Everyone was dressed up as criminals. Which one is the real criminal? Everyone else is wearing a mask, but the criminal dropped his one outside. An off-duty detective went to an auction. He bid on a few things, had some snacks. Just then, security got an anonymous tip. There was an explosive in the building. The detective sprang into action. He started watching the other visitors. About an hour later, a North Pole collection came up for sale. There were some stuffed animals, 2 polar bears, a penguin, 3 fish. The detective spotted the explosive. Where is it? In the stuffed penguin. Penguins live near the South Pole, not the North. Mark bet his friend Peter that he couldn't get a coin out of a bottle. These are the rules. You can't take out the cork or break the bottle. Peter won the bet. Wonder what he won. How did he do it? Peter pushed the cork in and took the coin out. Tom was a dangerous criminal who had just broken out of prison. The police had zeroed in on a shack in the woods. Let's hope Tom's still there. Local police said no one lived within 10 miles from there. Almost no one ever came to these woods. A detective went inside and lit a lantern. There was a table, a chair, and a bed. He knew someone was in there, gut feeling. He pulled back the curtain and found Tom hiding. How did the detective know Tom was still there? The apples and bread on the table. They were fresh, not rotten and moldy. Joanna went on a few dates, guys she met online. One of them attacked her in her own home. Don't worry, she wasn't hurt, and the guy went straight to prison. Joanna had almost forgotten about the whole thing. Then she got a call from the police. That same guy had escaped from prison a few days ago. Joanna was scared. She already had 3 dates lined up with guys she just met. Joanna was worried one of these guys was her attacker, out for revenge. She scrolled their messages and immediately found her attacker. Alex. Hi, let's meet tomorrow at 7 p.m. There's a really cool movie out. I'll meet you at the movie theater. Josh. Do you want to go see my favorite band? Today at 9 p.m. I'll drive. Where can I pick you up? Emmett. I booked us a table for tomorrow. I'll be at your house at 6 p.m. Looking forward to it. Which one is Joanna's attacker? Emmett. Somehow he already knew where Joanna lived. Alan owed money to Big Tony. Classic mob name, right? Big Tony showed up to collect, but Alan said he didn't have the money. Another classic. So, Tony locked Alan in his basement. After a few hours, Big Tony came down. Tony knew that Alan was a gardener and he had a task for him. If Alan did what he asked, he would forgive the dead. Tony wanted to make his pond bigger, but the trees had to stay put, and the pond had to stay the same shape. How can Alan do this? Both these shapes are rhombuses. Geometry saves another life. The police arrived at a wax museum. The owner said that someone had broken in yesterday and turned on the heat. All the wax figures had melted. The police went looking for clues. What a strange crime. What was the point? A few minutes later, they arrested the owner. Why? The wax statues melted, so why didn't those candles melt? They're wax too. Still, why? John was taken hostage. He was put in a stone room with a small window. The kidnappers would be back in 2 days. He had to get out. He tried to climb out the window. It was too high up. Digging a tunnel would take too long. How can John get out? He can dig up enough soil to make a mound under the window. If he stands on it, he can just reach the window.